Hello, it's me, Andy Meehan, Republican congressional candidate in Pennsylvania's 1st District. And we're here at my house in Holland, Pennsylvania today with Ed and Kathy Montero. They're longtime residents of the district. And the reason for them coming to my house today is that they are going to change their registration today from Democrat to Republican so that they can vote for me in the Republican primary next April 28th. In the Republican primary against Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick. So before we get started with the registration forms and get that done, I just wanted to ask you, Ed and Kathy. Ed, why don't you go first? How do you feel about the congressman? Are you satisfied with the job that he's doing?
No, I'm not. See, he's not like his brother at all. It seems like he's riding on his reputation, but his ideas as far as agreeing with the president, I can't agree with him on that. His policies are a lot different than mine. And I was Democrat, but actually I'm an independent Republican because I vote for whoever's right for the job.
Yeah.
And every person has their own way of doing things, and I just don't agree with a lot of his policies. He disagrees with the president on gun control, on immigration, and personally I've met him a couple of times and he doesn't quite get to respond back. He tells me to call, we call his office, and I don't get a return call. So I want somebody I can get a hold of, somebody who represents me.
You feel like he's not listening?
No, he's not. He's has to be more in tune with the public. I mean, he makes appearances and he'll say certain things, but his brother was a lot different. His brother would talk to you. You know, that's who I want. I want somebody who identifies with me and my positions in this government.
Yeah, great. Thanks. Kathy, any feelings?
I'm very dissatisfied with him. He's, on numerous occasions, he's done nothing but, I would meet him. In fact, recently, not too recently, maybe 6 months ago, we went to an opioid meeting, and I got to meet with him so I could talk to him about helping with the opioid movement. And he said, okay, it sounds great, and it was really nice. And he says, I'll call you. I mean, you call my office, and I'll call you right back. Don't worry, you'll get a hold of me. I'm still waiting. He's not answering any questions that I have. All he does is put a smile on his face and he backstabs you. And I don't want a backstabber. I want somebody like Andy who's going to do the job, stick beside Trump, let us get led into 2020 the way we should be led into 2020, the Republican way. And this is the way we're going to do it. With my vote and Ed's vote and everybody else getting together and changing their votes to be Republican and vote for Andy, we'll get there. We won't have to look back, we'll look forward.
Wow, that's great, Kathy. Thank you.
Amen.
Yeah. And as far as getting the registration stuff done, why don't we have you guys fill out the forms and take your time, and we'll just work through them, and so that you can change your registration so you can vote for me in April 2020.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's been a process. We went online and it was a little too complicated. We called our councilman and we didn't get any response back until we called you. And it shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be relatively easy to change a party. But as I found out, you do get a runaround.
Yeah. So what was your experience with that? Yeah.
Well, before when I switched, I switched to Democrat for a little while. And I remember I did have to turn the paperwork in Doylestown. In fact, I drove up there just to drop it off and switch. But then, like I said, I switched parties. I vote for whoever's I feel is going to do the job right.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to agree with another person. You know, and I just feel as long as we're going in the right direction, that's the way we should go. I mean, there's really should be no conflict of interest. What's right is right.
Yeah.
So,
you know, you want somebody that's going to stand up for the things that you believe in, whether or not they're a Democrat or a Republican.
Right.
yes,
Right.
yes, and like I said, I don't have to agree with somebody 100%, but you know, give somebody else a chance. We need change, and we're not going to get change doing the same thing every year.
I mean, we made one call to your office and boom, here's the papers. I made several calls to several different people and haven't had no response. I mean, you got the job done just by me asking you, can you get me the paperwork? And you did it. And if you're that good at doing that, I can only imagine what you're going to do for the country.
Well, I sure hope I have that opportunity, guys, so I appreciate that. So why don't we, go ahead and get the forms filled out and get you taken care of there.